Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video where we'll be discussing a topic that may surprise many of you: the demolition of cruise ships. Did you know that approximately $300 million worth of cruise ships are dismantled and recycled every year? It's a staggering number, and one that begs the question, why are these massive vessels being torn apart? As you may already know, cruise ships are designed to last for several decades. But as they age and wear out, they become less efficient and more expensive to maintain. Eventually, it becomes more cost-effective to retire them, and that's where the process of demolition comes in. While some ships may be sold to other companies or repurposed for other uses, many are dismantled and recycled for their valuable metals and other materials. But what happens to all the materials once the ship is taken apart? That's another aspect of this process that we'll be exploring in this video. We'll be taking a closer look at the environmental impact of shipbreaking and the steps that are taken to ensure that it's done safely and responsibly. So buckle up and join us as we delve into the fascinating world of cruise ship demolition and learn about the reasons behind this industry, the impact it has on the environment, and the steps that are taken to ensure that it's done responsibly. Every year, approximately $300 million worth of cruise ships are demolished. These ships are dismantled and recycled for their metal, parts, and equipment. There are a number of reasons why cruise ships are demolished, including economic, environmental, and safety concerns. One of the primary reasons for the demolition of cruise ships is economic. The lifespan of a typical cruise ship is around 30 years. After which the vessel becomes outdated and expensive to maintain. The cost of maintaining an older ship can far outweigh the revenue it generates. Additionally, as newer, more advanced ships are introduced into the market, older ships can become less attractive to consumers, further reducing their revenue potential. As a result, many cruise ship companies opt to retire their older vessels and replace them with newer, more efficient models. Another reason why cruise ships are demolished is due to environmental concerns. Many of these vessels were built before modern environmental regulations were put in place, and as such, they can be highly polluting. The ship's engines and boilers can emit significant amounts of greenhouse gases, sulfur dioxide, and other harmful pollutants. Additionally, the ship's sewage and waste disposal systems can be outdated and inadequate, leading to potential contamination of the water and marine life. In order to comply with current environmental standards, many cruise ship companies choose to retire their older, less environmentally friendly vessels. Safety is another major concern that can lead to the demolition of cruise ships. While modern cruise ships are designed with safety in mind, older ships can lack the same level of safety features and equipment. This can put passengers and crew at risk in the event of an emergency. Additionally, as ships age, their structural integrity can become compromised, leading to potential safety hazards. In order to ensure the safety of passengers and crew, cruise ship companies may choose to retire older vessels. The process of demolishing a cruise ship is known as shipbreaking. It typically involves stripping the ship of all usable parts and equipment, such as engines, generators, and electronics. The metal hull is then cut into sections and sold for scrap. Shipbreaking can be a dangerous and environmentally damaging process, as it often involves hazardous materials and can result in the release of pollutants into the surrounding environment. However, many shipbreaking facilities have implemented measures to minimize these risks. The pandemic has forced many cruise lines to retire older vessels and send them to be dismantled and recycled in shipbreaking yards, particularly in Turkey. These yards, which are located along the coast of Elyagah, Izmir, have been operating for decades and have seen an increase in demand in recent years. In 2020 alone, approximately 40 cruise ships were sent to these yards, including vessels from Carnival, Costa, and Pullmantur cruise lines. The work is dangerous and requires skilled workers who are well trained in handling hazardous materials and heavy machinery. However, It is also an important source of employment for many people in the region. The shipbreaking yards in Turkey have come under scrutiny in recent years due to concerns over worker safety and environmental impact. The process of dismantling ships can result in the release of pollutants into the surrounding environment, particularly if proper safety measures are not in place. Additionally, the workers who handle hazardous materials are often not provided with adequate protective gear or training, putting their health at risk. Despite these concerns, many shipbreaking yards in Turkey have implemented measures to minimize these risks. They have invested in new equipment and technology to improve worker safety and reduce environmental impact. Some yards have also established partnerships with international organizations to ensure that they are operating in compliance with international standards. The demand for shipbreaking services is expected to continue to grow in the coming years, particularly as more cruise lines retire older vessels and replace them with newer, more efficient models. However, it is important that these yards operate in a safe and environmentally responsible manner, and that workers are provided with the necessary training and protective gear to carry out their work safely. In conclusion, the shipbreaking yards in Turkey are an important part of the global cruise industry, providing a vital service for cruise lines looking to retire older vessels. While concerns over worker safety and environmental impact remain, many yards have taken steps to address these issues and operate in a responsible manner. As the demand for shipbreaking services continues to grow, it will be important to ensure that these yards continue to prioritize safety and environmental responsibility. The shipbreaking industry plays a crucial role in the retirement of older vessels, and as the demand for these services continues to grow, it is important that companies and workers prioritize safety and environmental responsibility. While the shipbreaking process can be hazardous, with proper training, equipment, and oversight, it can also be carried out in a way that minimizes risk and maximizes the value of recycled materials. As the global cruise industry continues to evolve, it is likely that the demand for shipbreaking services will continue to grow, and it is important that we continue to focus on safe and responsible practices in order to ensure the sustainability of the industry. If you like this video and see more of engineering content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on anything. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you again.